Homemade monkey bread, pull apart bread, sweet kind. Looks like a lot. It's baking, guys. Heating up the bowl. You need a nice hot bowl. Added a 1/4 cup of hot water.
A teaspoon of sugar. Mix that up, and by the time the yeast is, or not the yeast, but by the time the sugar is mixed up in the water, it's about the right temperature, not to kill the yeast. Once it's comfortable for your hand to be in there, it still feels warm. That's about right. You can actually put a thermometer on it. It says to go for 110, but that's what I found to be about right.
What is this?
A package of dried yeast, Fleischmann's. We got the big package. But into the little bit of sugar water, you put 2 and 1/4 teaspoons.
That sits 10 minutes.
We need 1 1/4 cups of milk. 1/4 cup.
Warm the milk. 1/3 cup of butter. Butter has to be melted, so we'll cut it up in pieces.
Put it in a microwave safe bowl.
See how it foams up a bit? It rises after 10 minutes. The milk is supposed to be around 110 degrees. Looks like it. We melted the butter. There's a 1/4 cup of sugar. We're going to be adding all this together to form the dough. Add the milk. We're going to add melted butter.
And a 1/4 cup of sugar.
2 lightly beaten eggs. Teaspoon of salt.
You can be a little light if you want to, or not.
I'll mix this up a little bit before we add the flour. We talked about using one of the stand mixers with a dough hook. We don't have that. We used to.
We don't have.
Okay, this uses about 5 cups of flour total, but we're gonna add 3 cups and then mix it together and then keep adding flour until it's a nice firm dough ball. You don't sift it. Stop. Wait a minute.
Get that sifter.
You want it?
No.
Heat on high speed for about 3 minutes. First you want to get your flour to settle so you don't
Get everything wet. About
fly it
30
everywhere.
seconds. About 30 seconds or so. Usually gets it mixed up good enough to go to high speed. 3 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Now we add flour by hand and stir until it thickens up to form a firm dough. They said about 5 cups total on the recipe originally. The recipe we've been using and making since 2014. This dough will sit overnight.
Mm-hmm. In the refrigerator.
In the refrigerator. And is this the one we punch a couple times? Punch down?
No.
No. This recipe is actually 3 parts. There's the dough, and then you make that and sit it overnight.
Yep.
And what's next?
Just a bit more.
And then there'll be the coating and then the glaze as well. Gonna add just a bit more flour.
That's not really firm.
Dipping it up more.
This is totally normal kitchen stuff. Watch Malcolm in the middle. I was making pancakes. There, that's getting about right. We're gonna maybe take it out of here and put it on a floured surface.
What, you probably ended up with 5.5 cups?
5.5.
It just depends. I mean, it was a little looser today, so.
Wire up your surface.
It's a pile.
Shaggy bands.
It's clay. Play-Doh.
A little sticky. I like to keep adding dough to it until it's not super sticky on the inside. It gets to a point where you don't have one to come off on you. Okay, it's starting to get sticky again. Powder it up. Don't let it get sticky. Okay. And that's that. It says to get your bowl out, a large bowl.
A little bit bigger than you need until smooth and elastic, but not over knead. About 5 minutes. It says it's ready when you can poke it with a finger and it springs back. That part did a little bit.
How hard?
I don't know. I need a little more. Is it springy yet?
It's feeling pretty bouncy. That's pretty bouncy.
That's good. Grease a large bowl. Use cooking spray. The dough ball in. So turn once. That way it gets it there. And then cover with a plastic wrap or tinfoil and put it in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours. Shout out, we do buy the food wrap and our aluminum foil from Sam's Club. It takes up some space, but it's very convenient to have.
This is for the coating. You take a stick of butter and melt it. And then you also have some sugar and cinnamon mixture. And you're gonna turn your dough into little balls. And then you're gonna dip those little balls in this butter and then roll them in the cinnamon and sugar mixture and then pack them into the bun pan.
I'm gonna melt the butter in the microwave. In another small bowl, let's mix a cup and a quarter of granulated sugar and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon.
Yeah.
Our bundt pan, we're gonna put non-stick spray. There's our dough.
Punch, gentle punch.
The kids used to love doing that. It's not that exciting.
Now the cold one. This is a cold that in the refrigerator. Anyways, at this point you're supposed to grab it and start pinching off. The thing said in the directions 1.25 inch balls. That's more like about 1.5 inches, but it's pretty. You're supposed to take it and dip it in the butter. And then dip it in your cinnamon mixture.
And throw it in the pan.
Throw it in the pan.
And repeat all that.
47 times.
And you can make smaller balls or bigger balls.
Mm-hmm.
However you want. It's a preference. You decided to make all the balls first and then dip. So your hands don't go back and forth. Get dirty and stuff.
Well, it's not dirty. It's
Well, dippy.
cinnamon and sugary.
You know, stuff on them.
Yeah, that's supposed to be on the outside. Bet you pretty good on the inside.
Yeah, if it
too.
was on your hands, it would get in the roll.
Small ball.
New station. Balls are
Get those all good better.
left hand for the sugar and the right hand for the butter. The last of them, you can see you can do more than one at a time.
Yeah, I started off with 1 or 2. So when we start,
Take
by the time I was
forever.
like, my God.
Well, these will blow up because they don't go back in the refrigerator. You
Yep.
let them sit for a little while
Let
and
them
they'll
sit.
rise some more.
45 minutes are needed set at room temperature.
Let's use what extra little bit of cinnamon sugar and pour it over the top. Wasn't too much left. And we're gonna get a cover. Cover it. And let it sit how long?
45 minutes
At least
Or
45
so.
minutes or so.
at room temperature.
Room temperature.
Because it'll look different after it rises.
So remember. Got bigger. It did, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Half a stick of butter.
Half a stick of butter.
Cup. Packed brown sugar.
2/3 of a cup. Teaspoon of vanilla. Preheat oven to 375. Oops. Just until the butter's melted and it's all mixed up. It's like a caramel. Looks like candy. And there's still a glaze that will happen to it after it's baked. Here we go. 30 to 35 minutes. We had to cover it because it was starting to brown a little bit. Let's pull it out. This is why we put that underneath, because you know these bump pans, they don't seal all the way. And it did juice a bit. But it's got to cool, and then there's a glaze that we put on top. We'll pop it out and turn it over, and then pour the glaze on. You'll see it's very exciting.
This is for the glaze. It's a cup of confectioner sugar. Tablespoons of heavy cream.
Half a teaspoon of vanilla. I would double that. It doesn't have to be super wet because it will be melty on your hot buns.
Here's your glaze.
Woohoo! Amazing. Look at it coming out in ribbons.
We know you did. You were a patient young man. All right, Pete, you gotta show your fingers in here. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy your sticky buns, your monkey balls.